Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to a brand new video and to a very wonky start to this vlog because I'm hand holding my camera to start this vlog and it feels very weird. But I did not edit an intro to this video, I just started filming when Jade came to visit this week. And so I thought I would film my intro now as I'm about to start editing the vlog. Hi, welcome back, or welcome to the channel if you are new. Jade came to visit me this week. We read some fun books. We read a very popular fantasy and started a very popular romance series that you'll see a lot more of in another vlog. Got a lot of coffee, did a lot of book shopping, book hauls, everything in this vlog to come, so enjoy that and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy it. I wanted to update you on my feelings of Lightlark, which I'm currently reading, by Alex Astor. I'm up to page 197, chapter 27, so I'm about halfway. I'm literally just approaching halfway and I'm really enjoying it so far, but I do have like a couple of complaints. If you don't know what this is about, it's about this world where it's kind of like the Hunger Games, where you have a centennial every 100 years in order to break the curse for the gods to reconvene and get their powers back. Hello. Hello. So we follow Isla as she attends this centennial and tries to break the curse. It's a good story, like it's really entertaining, and like there is like, we haven't seen it yet, but I believe it's a romantasy, so there are are you crawling along the floor? Okay, well that was fun.
You can keep that out of your
Oh, I know, that's going in. So there's like a character called Grim. He's really creepy and spooky and I like him. I think he's going to be the romantic interest. I hope we get some more of that because it's very minimal right now, but I'm really enjoying the scenes. There's like a big cast of characters, some likable, some not, and yeah, it's fascinating the way the story is told, but I have a lot of issues, specifically with each chapter feels very cut. Like there isn't much flow between each chapter, and so I'm feeling very thrown all over the place, and like I'll be in the middle of really enjoying a scene and then it very abruptly ends and the next chapter starts with a different scene. So I'm really struggling with that element because the bits where I'm really enjoying it, I'm suddenly thrown out of. And then we kind of end up in a new scene with very little explanation as to what is happening and why we're doing this scene. Like, I do feel like a lot of things have been left very unexplained. And I don't exactly understand why we haven't had them explained to us, because it makes the scenes not enjoyable because I don't know why she's doing what she's doing. But I'm enjoying my experience with it. It is a really super quick, easy read. It's just I have some issues with the way the scenes are done. I think because they're such short, snappy chapters with very little filler, it does pass the time quickly. It is an easy to read book. I just think for the purpose of enjoyment levels and also fluidity, it's not really giving, because I need a bit more introduction to my scenes and a little bit more of a, I guess, pathway through the chapters, instead of, it feels like she just wrote different scenes and then instead of blending them together, she just put the scenes in the book and left it at that. And she could have written them in any order. It wouldn't have made a difference because these scenes are so separate and abrupt. I am still enjoying it at the same time. I'm hoping I can finish it today, but I don't know that for sure considering I have more than 200 pages left to read. But I kind of hope so because, yeah, I kind of don't want to take this into another day, but we'll see. But I just wanted to update you now before I come back and say, oh yeah, I finished it and I didn't even tell you I was reading it. We love a bad angle moment. We're back. You don't even know where we've been. We've been to Cardiff city centre shopping. This is Jade.
Hi.
You know Jade. You also saw her earlier trying to get into the frame. That was yesterday. It was very funny. And the corn behind the bed, I'm not cutting that out.
You are.
I'm not though.
End of the friendship.
We bought a new mug. Well, I bought a new mug.
I bought 3.
Yeah. It says, don't let the dickheads get you down, and it's colour changing. I've never seen something I needed more in my entire life.
And I got this one that says give me a damn minute or maybe 10.
Slay with our new mugs. These are from Typo, my favourite store of all time, and now I feel like I've also hooked Jade. I also got a chum bucket ramen bowl.
Obsessed.
I already have one of these from Typo and I absolutely love it, but the fact it's a chum bucket, and they had a whole why am I so over here? Come over here. I'm right in the frame. They also had like a full SpongeBob range, including like a SpongeBob and Patrick cup. And I'm not gonna lie, I was so tempted, but everything's like £15 minimum, so like,
Next time.
yeah, I was just gonna stick with my 2 for now, but like an order will be placed. Maybe when I get my £5 credit from royalty. But I'm really excited about this one because I use my ramen bowl every day. We also bought books.
Both yesterday and today.
Yeah, we may have problems. So let's show you our books, and then we're going to talk to you about our feelings on the 2 books we've read
Yeah.
since starting this vlog and not telling you about. First up, I bought a couple of books from The Works, 2 yesterday and 1 today. The Works is kind of where I go for romance. Like whenever I'm in Waterstones, it seems I just don't pick up much romance. So whenever I'm in The Works, I make up for it. Yeah. So I picked up a nice smutty vampire romance, Filthy Rich Vampire by Geneva Lee. I've seen this floating around. I don't know if it's any good.
Did you check?
No. I read the back and I went,
ooh,
smutty. It's for me. So no regrets. Can't wait. And then we walked into Waterstones and I saw the sequel. I did not buy it, don't worry. But I didn't know it was a series, so that was exciting.
Woo! Another series.
Yeah, it was kind of one of those moments where I was like, I don't want to start another series. It wasn't as exciting as they've made it seem. But woo! Then I picked up The Nanny by Lana Ferguson, which I've been seeing floating around for a while. This author seems to be doing the rounds at the moment. And it follows a nanny who is also an OnlyFans star. And I just think it's going to be interesting to see something that I've never seen before in a romance. And I don't know, people have said it's good. It had good reviews, so I bought it. And the final book that I forgot I'd bought on Kindle, so I shouldn't have bought this, is Do Your Worst by Rosie Dannon. I really liked The Roommate. Is it The Roommate? I think so.
Look at the back of the book.
It was The Roommate. And The Intimacy Experiment by this author. I really liked them both. I didn't like them enough to keep them, but I did enjoy them. So I decided to pick this up, and it's a paranormal romance. And even though I have not read Bride yet, everybody reading Bride has kind of pushed me into the paranormal romance mood.
Read Bride.
Yeah, I will read Bride. I will. It's prioritized. So yeah, this is the purchase I made.
I bought the entire Chestnut Spring series from the Works.
No regrets.
Literally none. I'm obsessed.
We knew we were going to read them this week, so
I bought the entire series.
yeah, when the whole series is available, it just made sense, didn't it?
And it was cheap and cheerful.
Yeah,
Free for 6.
The Works have them in the 3 for 6 section. That's where I picked my copy up a few months ago now. So it was a good purchase. And we've already read one of them, which you'll see our reviews in a momento. But that was so exciting. You got a bargain.
Definitely.
Then we went to Waterstones, where the place is not such a bargain. But I did have £20 of store credit, so I was like, I'm going to treat myself. I picked up 4 books. Books in which one is horror, and I always buy horror. But like the other 3, I don't feel I would normally have picked up.
I don't think so.
So this is interesting. First up, we have My Year of Rest and Relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. I have seen this author everywhere. So many people are reading her books right now, and I picked it up from the library about a year ago.
Yeah, wasn't I with you when you picked it up?
I think so. It was a long time ago, and I started reading it, and then it was due to be returned. So I literally probably read like 30 pages. Was really enjoying the vibe. Gave it back and was like, oh, I'll re-request it. Never did. And so when I saw the author's books in Waterstones, I couldn't see this one. I was kind of gutted. And then I saw it on a table and I was like, it's coming home with me. I'm also obsessed with this cover and I love the pink. If you don't know what it's about, it's like a general fiction, I think, about a woman who decides that she is literally going to stay asleep for a year. Like, she's just going to stay in her house, not do anything. I think it's about, like, privileged white woman with not really any problems because she's, like, rich and all. Her rent's paid for. Yeah. So I feel like it's a discussion on privilege, but I don't know much about it. I'm really excited to read more and hopefully then read more from this author. So I picked that up. Then I got A Botanical Daughter by Noah Medlock. I googled it and it had like 100 reviews on Goodreads. This is like a really unknown book, but it sounds amazing. It follows a gay couple who are in Victorian London, so obviously they're keeping themselves on the down low. But they live in a botanical garden greenhouse, living their own little lives because they don't want to be discovered. And then it says that it's a spore horror and it's very inspired by the Mexican Gothic. I did not like Mexican Gothic for the end portion. I just really liked the beginnings. It was like kind of like Rebecca. But I'm going in and trying it. It sounds really, really good. I love that it's like more unknown than most of the books I pick up. And it sounds really, really interesting. And I love the set of a botanical garden greenhouse. So really excited by this one. Then we have All the Lovers in the Night by Miko Kawakami. Everybody is currently reading Breasts and Eggs, which I almost picked up, but this one was on the same table and I saw Breasts and Eggs, I saw the size of it, and I thought I am much more of a short translated fiction person, so I want to read this one. If I like this one, I will pick up Breasts and Eggs. But yeah, I'm going to pick up this one first. And the reason I was like, oh, these books aren't normally my type is like because all three of them are like these award-winning books. And you know me, I don't pick up award-winning books.
No.
But this was like the National Book Critics Finalist Award. It's the International Booker Finalist. I don't know, it's won every award by the looks of it. And it's about a woman who is a freelance proofreader in her 30s. And it honestly does not give a lot more than that. Sounds interesting. I love Japanese translated fiction. It's like a sweet spot for me. It's very rare for me to dislike it. So I'm excited to read one that's not cozy and about a cat. Expand my horizons. And then finally is The Whispering Muse by Laura Purcell? Purcell? I don't know. It's following a woman who has been betrayed. She was a maid. And then in order to support her younger siblings and get some money, she takes a job in the London Theatre. I don't know. The London Mercury Theatre in the costume department. And yeah, it all just starts to go a little bit wrong. I don't know what it means. I don't know what's to come, but the cover is gorgeous. And I've heard about the author's other books, but I haven't read them, so I don't know. All the little author blurbs on it sounded really, really good. So I fancied it, so I got it. And that's my haul.
I am going to finish off my haul with Nightbane, the sequel to Lightlark, which you'll hear us talk about that in a moment. I immediately needed the sequel. I don't care if you hated Lightlark. No judgment here. And I also got Consider Me, and this is a hockey romance, which if you don't know, I'm obsessed.
You're a hockey romance girly.
Yes.
Not me.
Give me more.
I just love those covers. They look like art. Wow.
Obsessed.
Wow. And the reason she picked up Nightbane is because we read Lightlark.
Yes.
Which I did start to tell you about my thoughts and feelings on it and what it was about. We finished it last night.
I finished it yesterday morning.
You finished it yesterday morning. I did not. I put up a little Goodreads review and I feel like I cannot word it better than my Goodreads review. So I'll just, pop that on the screen somewhere. But I basically said about how I cannot in good conscience recommend this book because I really cannot. Like, it's not factually a good book.
No, not in the slightest.
It's bad.
Very bad.
But like, I did give it a 3 stars. If you are craving that trashy, teenage, angsty love triangle feeling that you got from Twilight, Here it
is the
is.
book.
Yeah. It's here for you.
Yeah.
In a cute little cover. Terribly dysfunctional. Every chapter is absolutely wild. Like, it just ends abruptly.
It's very choppy and jarring. So
Very
if you
choppy and
don't like that, do not read this book.
It's not
But
going to be
I
for
found
you.
the story intriguing enough that I could eventually get past it.
There were a lot of betrayals.
I love the betrayal.
There were a lot of betrayals, and they definitely kept me invested.
Hence why I needed to buy the sequel straight away.
Even though it's in hardback, not paperback.
I don't know when the paperback's coming out, and I won't get a bookshop.
The thing is, okay, because I'm going to talk about an issue I did not talk about in my review. This girl starts the book off being like, I am a badass. I think her name's Isla.
Yeah.
Isla was like, I am a badass. I have been trained to sustain any sort of injury without even so much as a emotion flitting across my face. Am I wrong? She's like, I've been hung from a tree for 5 hours, my dislocated arm, and I stayed nice. Well, she wasn't quiet, she did scream. But like, I stayed on that tree. I did not let go. I'm like, okay, badass. I think I even said at one point, badass. So why, in the second 2/3 of this book, did she scream 6 billion thousand times? I'm sorry, she did not stop screaming. It was like, she screamed. Oh, she screamed again. At one point, it was 4 screams on one page. And these things are not even worth screaming over. Like, at one point, she turns around and she screams because there was a bird. What happened to the girl that was built up in the beginning of this story that was such a cool person, and then suddenly it was like, oh, bye. 100% this book was like disjointed, didn't make any sense, but it was a good fun time.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for a good fun time,
You'll find it with this book if you can just ignore the glaring flaws about it.
100%. And also, like, I feel like the beginning, the writing was quite nice, and then I feel like it just became very choppy. And whilst that could be a writing style choice, if it's not, and I don't think it is, it kind of felt like she revised the beginning of the book so many times but got bored as she got through the book, and so didn't revise the second half as much as she should. Or more like the remaining 300 pages.
Like, if there was more editing done to this, it could be a really good book.
Yeah, and I can understand why it's got a movie deal and everything. Like, it's really easy to get lost in, but it's not good.
And another thing that extremely annoyed me about this book is the use of the word ling. Like, there are races, and 5 out of 6 of them end with ling.
They're all ling.
Moonling, starling, sunling, wildling.
And then you had to learn, and then she'd list, like, she would list
list.
where they're from. And it'd be like,
Moon
obviously, moonlings are from Moon Isle, sunlings are from Sun Isle. It's like, I'm starting to get it. Yeah, I didn't need you to list that for me.
No.
I capished. So, bad book, but good
it was
fun.
a fun time.
Can't
It got
complain.
3.5 stars from me, and I got the second book.
And I got 3, and I'm not buying the second book, but I will read the second book. Then we decided to start our binge read, and I am planning to do, like, I'm gonna intro it now, a reading vlog where we read the whole series. I don't know how long Jade will be in that for, because we're not gonna be able to binge all 5 books tonight.
Maybe
before she goes home tomorrow. But I'm doing a reading vlog where I read all 5 books from the series. So we have started the first one.
And finished it.
It was a one sitting read, and wow. It was one sitting for me. Jade, you finished this morning.
Only because I had to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was going to pass out.
I was up till like 2:15 a.m. being like, can't stop, won't stop. Finally had to stop because I finished.
I still had 200 pages left.
Yeah. It's a bull rider country romance. Not something I knew I was into.
But now we need more.
Now we need more. And again, I don't want to talk too much about every in-depth thought and feeling because that's going to go in the vlog. But I had a wonderful time. This one follows Rhett and...
Summer.
Why I want to say Susan.
Summer,
not Susan. Rhett and Summer. Rhett is a cowboy rider, but he's like 32, so he needs to quit. Like, why is the man still jumping around on bulls? Who knows? She is working for her father's marketing PR company, and she ends up babysitting him because he has a bad reputation and he does not like milk. And I wish I was kidding. This man doesn't like milk.
So she's got to babysit him. I was joking. The fact this whole book is based on the fact he does not like milk. Anyway, so, it was great. It was a 4 for me because I just felt like it had a lot of build up for the rest of the series.
You're obsessed with someone else.
I'm obsessed with someone else. So there are 5 books in the series. There's 3 brothers and then 2 other people. And I was like, oh my God, Beau. He came on the page, okay? I was going to say on screen because I could see him. I could visualize this man. He came into the shot and I actually got butterflies. Like I could not breathe. And I was like, holy hell, this man is everything to me. Give me his book right now. Just to find out it's the last book in the series. And I have to read 5 books together. I have to read 4. It is the 5th book.
Yeah. And every time I looked over while reading this, every time she was smiling, it wasn't about the couple of this book. It was about Beau.
Beau is love, Beau is life. I can't give any of these books 5 stars because I just need Beau.
They lose a star automatically because they're not about Beau.
Every single one of them. 1 star, where's Beau? No, this was so good. I absolutely love the writing style. I feel like it was nothing special, but in a good way because I didn't have to overthink the writing style. It was just writing.
It did set the scene though for like that kind of country ranch
Really well.
vibes, and you could just feel like you were there.
Yeah, and in the car just now we were talking about her other series that sound amazing. So it's like we may have found a new obsession in Elsie Silver.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy about it.
Me too. I gave the book 5 stars. That's success.
Jade was in love. 5-star vibes. Just not there for me.
Just for the Beau.
But not because I had anything wrong to say. But Beau wasn't in it enough.
Beau wasn't there.
Beau was not in every single page, so Beau was not in it
You're
enough.
going to DNF the last book because you're not going to be happy that you actually met someone.
What do you mean? I'm in the last book. It's me. He's meeting
You're
me.
gonna cross out her name and put book.
That's genius. So yeah, really enjoyed that. But I am going to talk more about it in the blog. So this is for the...
The waffle.
Jade's going home today. Sadness. So this is like the end of like the Jade comes to visit me vlog. But we wanted to come update you on the final book that we read together, even though we are starting another one together. The final book we'll finish.
Yeah.
Because we're not magicians.
We're not going to finish that.
We're not magicians. But we read Heartless. And I think we can unanimously say this is our favourite so far.
Yeah.
In the 2 books we've read in this series. Because wow. Wow.
Wow.
This was Cade's story. Cade is a grumpy single dad who is a cowboy. And then it's between another character who I don't really want to say because I like that it's like a bit of a surprise from the first book. So I won't say who. But I love the girl. She's so bright and characteristic and fun.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Throughout this entire book.
Yeah. And Cade makes me feel so many things and makes me want to cry. Did cry.
Over nothing.
Yeah, with the most ridiculous things. He is my love, my life. And so is his brother. Anyway.
Moving on.
So yeah, we don't want to give you too much update because again, there's going to be a full Chestnut Springs vlog. So we can't really tell you too much, sorry.
That's it. Vlog.
That was aggressive. Review done. But yeah, again, I don't know if this is the end of the vlog. So if it is, I'll come back and outro it.
And bye from me, because I won't be here next
But
time.
yeah, but here's Jay to say goodbye. Have we bought any more books to update them on? No, we're all good, aren't we?
Yeah,
didn't buy any more
we did it
books.
all yesterday. And we haven't been out today to buy books.
We have time. There's time. Okay, bye. And as I just said, that was the end of this video. So here I am to outro it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed coming on my adventures with Jade as she came to visit me for the week and enjoyed seeing all the things we got up to and the books we bought when we shouldn't have. But thank you so much for watching this video and I shall see you in the next one very soon. Bye!